Okay, so it's like 20 degrees outside right now, and my wife had started the truck up the other day, and it was blowing oil out everywhere. So I want to look at something. I think the PVC orifice on this is shot, or is clogged at least. So I want to start this up, see if it's blowing oil again. I can show you once I start it here. Oh yeah, that was weak. It didn't like that. Let's go out and check real quick here. So it was blowing oil out up here, out of the phase solenoid, the valve, exhaust valve, timing solenoid. At least it appeared as if it was. It's not blowing out right now, but it really dumped a lot of oil everywhere. So let's pull it in the garage here. So you can kind of see, I cleaned it up a little bit already, but you can see, and there's oil that came out of the filler cap. There was oil coming out of the head gas, or down around here, the valve cover. But most of the oil looked like it was coming out of here, and I've replaced this already. The camshaft timing, or the phaser solenoid, but it blew oil all the way down, all the way back, and it almost looks like, if you go underneath the truck here, you can see that it's got oil all over the differential, all over the oil pan there. So it looks like it's leaking oil or blowing oil somewhere. Not 100% sure where, and I think it might have something to do with the clogged PVC orifice on the valve cover. Okay, so I was down underneath there and I couldn't find any oil leaking anywhere. I thought, well, it could be the power steering, but I checked the level, it's fine. There's oil in the lines, but you know, that wouldn't explain why there's oil all the way up here, and you can even see it here on the air box. It's literally spraying out. Like I said, it actually did this last year when it was really, really cold out, and I replaced this last year, but I don't know, that suggests that there's too much pressure in the engine. It's not able to breathe. So let's pull all this off here, and we'll get back here. It's not really a PVC valve, but it's tucked back underneath here on this side of the valve cover. Let's see if I can get to it without having to pull the air intake off. Okay, so we'll start here. Thread screwdriver. clean there. Shouldn't be any oil in that area. Okay, next I got a 10 millimeter. Down here there's two 10 millimeters. Then switch sides here. Another screwdriver, straight clamp here. Loosen that up. That should pull right off, I think. Without breaking anything. There we go. Oh, there is back here. Oh, that's not good. That hose there is bad. Ooh, that's all rubbery. Okay, well there's a potential problem. Okay, let's put that on the list. Let's take a look at that. Yep, so this hose here, look at it, it's all rubbery and cracked. That's not good. Let's order one of those. Maybe we can run to the parts store and get one of those. See if they have any in stock. Let's check the other side here. Here's where the right underneath this is where the PVC orifice is. So let's check that hose there. Okay, so that's steel there. This guy here seems that pops right off. Okay, so it's in good shape. It's that other hose there that's no good. Okay, so when I first pulled that out, now I have a set of precision pins that I was looking at. I couldn't even get a 60 thousandths pin in the hole, and now I'm up to a 93 thousandths, so essentially a 3/32 pin, and I can very carefully put this in here. Takes a little bit of finding the hole first. I gotta find it here. Oops, nope, there it is. Nope. There it is. Okay. So you can see that, you know, a 3/32 pin will float up and down in there. So let's get that out. You can see how much gunk is coming out of it. See that? Let's take the camera down in there again. Clean it off here. Oops. It's all blurry. It's all blurry, sorry. It's still blurry. It's still kind of blurry. Dirt on the lens. Hold on a second. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. There we go. Still kind of blurry, but you can see that it's a lot clearer now. You can actually see the orifice hole. I don't know why I'm not getting a good clean picture here. There we go. Yeah, there you can see the dark spot in the middle. It's nice and clear now. Whereas before I could barely get anything in there. And what I did was I actually took an air hose, took the cap off up here, put the air hose on it. So let's do that again. So I got the air hose with a rubber tip on the end. Put a little bit of, oops. And I got the pressure set at like 20 psi, so I didn't want to blow anything up inside the engine there if there was like a sealed baffle or anything. So let's take a look again here. I like how clean that is now. So that's a nice clean orifice there. So I'm going to call that good. Now what I'll probably do is if we start having problems again, I'll check it again and see what's going on. But here, let's go around the other side. Yep. So these trucks don't have a PVC valve. That is the PVC valve. It's built into the valve cover. There's one or two videos out on YouTube that show you how to take the valve cover off. It's not exactly an easy process because the air intake over here is a giant mess. You can't even get to the screws hardly. You got to come up through the wheel well. So if you can avoid that at all costs, I would suggest doing it like I did. This here has to be fixed. Let me see if I can find a hose and we'll replace this. Probably should look down in here also and see what's down in here. Okay, so I went in. I had to go inside and use the computer. Did a bit more digging on this guy. What this is. It wasn't obvious on Rock Auto, but I did find it on Rock Auto. It's $12 on Rock Auto. Also found it on Amazon. Advanced Auto actually has it in stock, so I'm going to run up there. It's twice as much as Advanced Auto, but hey, I need it. If you search by the number that's on there, you can see it. It's GM6148-M. That references part number. It's not obvious now. Oh, here it is. 151233628. So I'm going to take this with me to advance just to make sure if I can get it off of there. And what we'll do, we'll look down in there. Oh, gee, there it goes. Oh, look at that. That's no good. Look at all that oil that's on there. Yep, that's not a good thing. That's why we're having problems. And I even noticed this here. If you squeeze the oil out. Yeah, it's not supposed to be doing that. So we're not getting good ventilation in the crankcase, which is leading to all the oil leak. And I just dropped that down there. Oh, so now I got to reach down there and get it. So we'll clean this out. Hopefully it's not terrible. So we'll clean that out when we get back from the parts store. Okay, so this was looked like this side here was really clogged up also. We'll clean this up here. Probably should run air down through there and try to blow that out. I've got some sea foam here. So let me see if I can pour some of that in there. I don't know if I can or not. Cap off there. should have cleared that out. That side. Let me put the scope in there and see what it looks like. This side here is just a through hole, so that's all cleaned out, nice and clean now. So that worked pretty well. And we should probably let's clean the mass airflow sensor while we're at it. Put the cap back on here. Okay, so it's just a 7/32. Clean it up. I'm gonna drop those screws. I don't want to drop those screws. So. You only want to use mass airflow sensor cleaner on this. You don't want to use anything else. It's almost out. Yep, so it should be good. You're going to put it right back in. Let that dry off a little bit. That's it essentially evaporates real quick, so that's kind of why you use that. Slide this back in. And the screws back. Okay. Sure it's on all the way. Seated good. You can get to both of the screws. Intake or off the valve cover. There we go. Let's put it on here first. It'll make it a lot easier. Let's see, it goes like this. Slide that on all the way. There we go. Rotate it. Yep. Sits on there like that. That. And we can put in here. Put that on first. There we go. Okay, then we can get our center section on. Well, let's do it this way. It's gonna fight me. Let's take it. Let's put it on here first. Let's get it started. Yep. That was easier. Put it on your resonator first. Make sure it's all the way on. What you don't want is you don't want it to fold underneath. Not a mistake. Run your fingers down, make sure it's on all the way. So we'll tighten these down here. And you don't have to go. Oops. You don't have to go real tight with these. They're actually mounted in rubber, so just snug them up here. There we go. Yep. Okay. Then we'll put this guy back on here. Press it on. There we go. That was easier. We'll put that on. We'll tighten all the screws down. And we'll start her back up here and see how we did. Okay, so I started it up. Didn't have any oil leaks. Took it for a test drive. I have to apologize. It's so cold out here. My battery died. So I think I fixed it. It seems to be running a lot better also. So that's a wrap. Thank you.